The O-1 visa is a non-immigrant visa. It's a visa that's intended for temporary use. It's someone can come here to perform who has extraordinary ability in the arts, the sciences, education, business, and athletics. And it's primarily set aside for people with extraordinary ability in whatever field they happen to be in. Extraordinary ability happens to be defined under the regulations differently for the different occupations. For instance, under the O-1B for artists, you have the definition of extraordinary ability as somebody who is simply prominent in the field, someone who has achieved more than the typical artist in their field. However, there is a split there with actors in the movies and television. They actually have a much higher level of standard to fulfill. They need to prove that they've had extraordinary and consistent achievement in their field back in their home countries in order to qualify under the O-1B regulations. Under the O-1A regulations, it doesn't include artists. We're just talking about people in science, business, education, and athletics. People who are in those fields, they need to prove that they've risen to the highest level that you can rise in their particular field, which is a much higher standard than what you're going to see on the artist side. I tend to get a lot of clients who come in from foreign countries who want to come to the United States and work in their field. That would be musicians, artists, writers, directors, people who have maybe attained some success in their foreign country, but not necessarily on an international level or maybe even a national level for that matter. As long as we can provide evidence to satisfy the suggested criteria in the regulation, we can usually get an approval of a case like that. They have 6 suggested criteria under which you only need to satisfy 3 of them. My strategy is always to go after all 6 of them and try and show that we qualify under all of them. What will happen at times is the Immigration Service will find that maybe the candidate is weak in one of the suggested criteria, but then we can compensate for it by maybe providing enough evidence of another criteria. And they are just suggested criteria as well. There are outside factors that one could use to qualify under the O-1 regulations.